raised in Richmond's Jackson Ward, Sir James Thornhill brings influences from around the globe together in his work.
You can see one of his pieces at a new exhibit up through February. Sir James joins us this morning with a look at some of his work and to talk about his influences. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sir
How are
James,
you?
nice to
Good.
see you.
You brought a beautiful piece of work with you, and I was just looking at it and noticed that it's not signed yet. So this is relatively new.
Yes, it is. Actually, I put some finishing touches on it last night.
Wow, this is beautiful. What is it called?
It's called Madonna. It's a friend of mine from Zambia, Africa. Most of my pieces are from Africa. I did 2 tours of Ghana, photographic journeys. I come back and exhibit the photographs and some of my paint.
Oh, the painting right here is still a little wet right there on the canvas.
Yeah, actually it is. Yes, it is.
I bet it is.
Now, how long would it take you to do a piece like this?
Artists never tell how long it takes because
the creative process takes
the creative
time.
process. I think probably about 3 months for this piece.
Mm-hmm. Sir James, tell us, when did you realize you really had a gift for artistic flair?
Well, I never realized that I didn't. It was always there. I've always painted. I think art was a way to really escape a lot of problems in the neighborhood. Most of my friends would like go out playing, and I'm always doing some painting or doing something creative.
Mm-hmm. Where do you find your inspiration these days?
Family, friends, travel, situations that happen in the world.
Mm-hmm. And you said you just got back from a couple of tours of Africa. How much do you travel, and how much does that influence what you put on canvas or what you take with photographs of?
How much do I travel? Well, as many times as I can afford to, actually. But that really influences what I do, because I feel the more I learn about the world, the more I can convey that in my paintings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sir James, you also, the earth is a big influence in you, and you are very conscious about saving the environment. Tell us how you incorporate that into your works as well.
Well, by using earth-friendly paints. I was using oil with turpentine base, but now I'm using the Grams paint with walnut oil. Mm-hmm. And then with canvas, you know, making sure it's all red canvas, just anything. If I feel like it's going to be, well, for most of all, I'm concerned with my health. And in painting with oil and toxic fumes, it really bothers the artist. So I'm always looking for something that's going to help me out and help the atmosphere out.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, when I was doing some research on you and I Googled James Thornhill,
mm-hmm.
up comes another artist who did some historical painting. Did you do some research on him and realize that you had kind of like a pathway?
Yeah, actually, I got the title when I was in the Bahamas, and they just kept calling me Sir James, and it kind of stuck with me, so that became my artist tag. So recently I did a show, and my daughters Googled Sir James because it's kind of like a joke to them, right?
Yeah.
And they found this artist, Sir James Thornhill. I'm Sir James L. This was Sir James Thornhill, mm-hmm. and his work was beautiful. His command for fabrics, we had so much in common. It was like a spiritual moment for me that really encouraged me more to just continue to paint. But the name Sir James L. Thornhill actually was there before I found out about this other artist.
Right, and you kind of found a spiritual connection between the two of you.
Yes, indeed, because who would have thought? And this title just it stuck with me, and a lot of people asked, well, was he knighted? Where does Sir come from? And I had no idea, except for getting it there. And then by Googling this and finding out, I was like, wow, God is good.
Well, Sir James, we have an image from the exhibit right here we want to show you. What are we seeing right here?
This piece is called A Woman's Work Is Never Done. In Ghana, I did a lot of photographing, as I said, and I noticed that the young kids, when they come from school, they don't just go home and play Nintendo and those games. They go out to the marketplace. And if you can see that the girl on the right-hand side, she's sitting on a little pot. They put these pots on their head, and they put fruits and stuff, and they go around and sell to local merchants. If they don't have anything, the merchants will give them things to go around and sell. And all these people, I mean, music in Africa is always moving. There's always something to do. There's always a lot of excitement. If one of the things that the locals say, if a person coming there with stuff to sell in the market, don't allow them to go home with the product. So everybody's just patronizing each other. It's fantastic. It was rare to catch these 3 girls like that, because if you notice, one of them was kind of sleeping, mm-hmm. the other one was just kind of resting, and so I'm like, wow, a woman's work is never done.
Very little do they sit still.
Yeah, there's always a lot of movement, yeah.
Well, Sir James, it's really a pleasure to see you, and we wish you well and continued success.
Thank you, but I'd like to thank Pine Camp and Richmond's Park and Recreation, because it's very important that we, as African American artists or any artists, have a forum to show our work. The show is fantastic. It's going to run.
We got some information right here.
You got good.
Yeah, we can see Sir James right here. 19 other artists at Pine Camp Arts and Community Center, as you heard Sir James talking about, from Africa and beyond. Spotlight Gallery exhibit at Pine Camp will be open Monday through Friday from 10 in the morning until 7 in the evening, all the way through February 19th. So there's plenty of time to get out there and see these great pieces of art.
And maybe add some to your personal collection.
Not a bad idea.